Hello all you fun seekers. Today we are at English Mountain Trout Farm in Sevierville, Tennessee, home of the You Hook 'em and We Cook 'em trout. We have some friends with us today. So glad to have Every Day is Saturday join us on this adventure. Let's go catch us some trout and have them freshly prepared for us.
Let's go check this place out.
This is what English Mountain Trout Farm and Grill looks like. Here at the English Mountain Trout Farm and Grill, their slogan is, "You hook 'em, we cook 'em." Also on site, there is a gem mine. You can see the trout. They're all in this water. Also, you'll notice they have some gold trout. If you catch one of those, you have to throw them back though. You can also buy some food to feed the trout. It costs 50 cents, so Carly is going to get some food and do a little feeding.
You know they will love this one.
And for 50 cents, you get a right good size amount of fish food. You can see the size of the cup, and it was pretty full for 50 cents. The fish are just carrying the water up for that food, aren't you, Carly? Are y'all having fun feeding the fish?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great. So excited to be here. This is just such a beautiful place here.
Glad to have you, glad to have you.
And all these trout in here, it's just so much fun to watch them. We haven't fished yet, but we've been feeding them. It's been a lot of fun feeding them.
Oh yeah, they'll eat as long as you throw stuff to them. That's for sure. They eat kind of like I eat, all the time.
Could you tell us just a little bit about how you came to own this farm?
Well, you know, we moved here from the state of Virginia, although I was born here in East Tennessee. I've spent a lot of my life, young life, in Tennessee, but most of my older life was spent in Virginia, living in Virginia. So I decided I always wanted to get back to these mountains and come back to where, you know, my family was and my family roots were, and pick up and do a little something. So I laid down what I was doing in Virginia, moved to Tennessee, and doing a little construction, which is what I'd done all my life, and found a man that I was working for that owned this trout farm, and he said, "Come on, I want to buy you lunch and show you the trout farm." And I told him, heck, I didn't know anything about a trout farm, but he said, "Well, come on, I'm gonna show you." So as soon as I saw the place, I fell in love with it.
I can see why. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's beautiful. It's got a lot of character. You know, it's just like me. It's old, broke down, but still working.
Now, I know you have to have cold water for trout, and so it's the fresh water that's coming from the caves in here?
That is correct. In
Okay.
most instances where you'll find a trout farm, there will either be a spring, underground spring coming up from somewhere, or a cave system where the spring water comes from. That's the only way that the trout will survive the conditions here in the summer. They'd live all right in the fall, and they'd live all right in the winter time, but in the summer when it gets, you know, July and August, it's really hard on them. So the cold water is life-sustaining to the trout.
Okay.
Has to be flowing water as well.
How many trout do y'all keep stocked in your pond?
Well, we'll stock probably a couple, 3,000 a week, every week. We go through that many.
Wow.
So right now in the pond, there's probably, I'm guessing somewhere around 800 to 1,000.
Okay.
And you also, not only do people come here to catch trout, but you also provide trout to some of the area restaurants?
Correct. That's our wholesale business. I figured out in East Tennessee here, you know, it was a tourist-driven area, and most people that had small businesses that were based on tourism usually had to revert to something else for the winter months for income.
Sure.
So I owned this place. I bought it. Everything I had was here, so I had to try to figure out a way to make this place work for me, even in the winter months when there wasn't a lot of business here. course, with the tourism, the great job that they're doing with the tourism in this area. We almost have every season's a season now. Every fall, winter, summer, spring.
Absolutely.
It's always ongoing. So they're doing a great job with that. So that's helped out a lot with our stuff. But before that, prior to that, we decided that we would knock on some doors and see if we could sell some of this trout to local restaurants and that sort of thing. And it has just blossomed, and they were happy to have us, and we were happy to have them, and it's just a good connection.
Could you explain to us exactly how the whole process works when you come here?
Sure. So if you come here and your intentions are to do a little fishing, a little eating, or maybe fish and take some home with you, we have a format for that. That was years into the making. It took us a long time to hash out the details and figure out the proper steps to get it laid out so folks could understand it. But essentially, as you come here, there's a $5 fee to fish in the pond for whoever fishes in the pond. Then from there, you can decide to have your fish cleaned, cooked, 2 sides and hush puppies for a one flat price, or you can have your fish cleaned and taken home with you to go for a nominal fee of poundage, and by cutting the fish, we charge a little to do that. So
that's such a nice service, because if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to cleaning the trout, you're going to have a mess.
That's right. The first few trout I ever cleaned in my life here looked like somebody hit them with a dull chainsaw. But I figured it out. So now I'm teaching others to do the same thing. We even have a cutting board that we use to clean the trout with. That is a product of my invention, so to speak, and it helps us tremendously keep the trout stable while we work on it, and provides a good operational platform for cutting trout.
This has to be such a fun job to see so many of these kids coming in and fishing.
It's a blast.
And seeing their excitement.
Yes. Even if you're having a bad day, you can look outside and see the excitement in the little one's eyes and see the fun that they're having, or a mom and their dad that's excited with their 5-year-old or 7-year-old or 10-year-old catching their fish, and it's amazing.
And you also offer gym money.
We have that. That was another thing that came up in the middle of developmental for those little places, to what can we do, what can we offer to occupy some time. And so we have a gym mining station right over there. We have some folks over there doing that now. And so you can also come in after you fished and place your food order and buy a bucket, and then go over there to the creek bank and sift through the silt and sand and expose your gems.
Well, it sounds like it's such an amazing place, and I'm looking forward to going ahead, catching me a fish, and having one cooked for me today.
Yes, sir. Well, that's what it's all about. It's for families that are excited to be here, or just the curious that want to see what it's all about.
And I bet it's fun just seeing some, the kids coming catching a fish for the first time ever.
Absolutely, it is. It is very exciting. We even have people, they come here in their 40s and 50s that have never caught a fish.
That's unbelievable.
Yes.
But I'm sure it happens.
It happens. So I'll tell you a quick story if you got time.
Okay.
So this nice lady came here. She was probably 50 years old. Not to tell anybody's age, but that gives you some idea. And she had never caught a fish before. And she asked me, what do I do? What do I do? And I said, well, ma'am, if you'll listen to me intently, I'm going to teach you and show you how to catch a trout so that you'll be successful today. I said, and the biggest problem I have is I tell people how to do this, and they ignore everything I said and go at it their way, and they have a harder time. She said, I'm going to listen, sir. Everything you say, I'm going to listen to. So I said, great. So I said, we're going to bait the hook, and you're going to put the hook in the water. When the fish nibbles on it, you give a quick little yank to the left or to the right to set the hook in the corner of their mouth, and then relax. Don't keep fighting the fish, because you're liable to pull out the corner of their mouth. I said, so if you'll do that, you'll catch and you'll be successful. So she said, okay, I'm really excited. So she did exactly what I told her to do, set the hook and then relaxed, and the hook fed through the fish's mouth and back out, still had the bait on it, and another fish came along and bit the hook, and she caught 2 on one line with one hook.
She was
excited. She was excited.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she was excited. So here at the trout farm, we prepare our fish several different ways, and I think we've got a good handle on, a variety. And you can have your fish blackened, which is a grilled fish. You can have it lemon peppered, which is a grilled fish. Also, you can have it fried. So there are some options there for you if you decide that you want to eat the fish. But the biggest thing is that we do a great job at deboning that fish and cutting that fish down. We cut for all the local restaurants from here to Knoxville. We're in the back ends of most of those restaurants. And the only way that we can do that is with the little board that we've invented to use here to hold that fish in its place. You'll get a chance to see that later. Take a good look at it, see if it can help you in any kind of way. That being said, Guy Fieri, good friend, great guy, came here. We done a little show with him called All American Road Trip with Guy. That will air June the 9th at 9 p.m. on the Food Network channel. He was impressed with the way things went in our cut house and how we cut all the fish that we cut. We cut somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 fish a week, every single week. So it's a big process. We stay busy, and we're doing everything that we can to enhance your stay with us and your time with us. So y'all come on down to the trout farm when you get a chance. We'd love to have you.
And I'm looking forward to seeing that board that you created too, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's that was a culmination of many nights of thinking of what am I going to do, and how am I going to do it. So my wife and I came up with the plan. We knew it had to be a good piece of cutting board material, but not just any board would do, because the trout are, if you've ever handled trout, you know they're slippery as all get out.
Oh, they are. So that.
We figured out a way to pin them down, hold them down to while we do the cutting on the fish, and it really gives us a good, clean, operational cut on that trout.
And when I clean a fish, I need all the help that I can get.
Yes, sir. If I could just train the cutting board now to do the cutting, and I could just stand by and watch,
you'd be in business.
I'd be in business. But that's coming. That's round 2 of the cutting board.
There you go.
Right here is where you enter into English Mountain Trout Farm and Grill to pay your fees. And I would like to let you know this is a cash-only place. They do have an ATM on site. Also, they have gym mining. 1 gallon bucket is 15, 2 gallon bucket is 25, and a 3 gallon bucket is 35. And these are some of the prices. Fishing per person is $5. And if you do gym mining, these are some of the gyms that you may find.
All right, guys, y'all ready to go fishing?
Yes.
Who is going to catch the biggest fish?
Me.
All of them say they are. Let's stay tuned and see who catches the biggest fish.
Pull it up, both hands. There you go.
Way to go, Henry.
How about that? Another one, buddy? Yeah. Hey, Jeffrey, he's catching another one. All right. Now, both hands, both hands. Okay. Now, pull it up a little bit. Pull it up, both hands. There you go, you got another one. There you go.
I know who I'm going to take fishing with me when I go. Henry catching them all. And Gentry's got him another one. Way to go, Gentry. All right, Carly, you got you one. That's a nice sized fish, Carly.
Good job, Carly. Pretty good size.
All right, Carly, go ahead and drop it in there and see what you can do.
Oh my goodness! Woo, that's a flapping.
That's a nice one, Carly.
As normal, Carly will outfish you, Daddy.
So what did you think about catching a trout today?
Good.
You enjoy that? That's a nice fish you caught, girl.
Yes.
Let me get you.
Give it a kiss, Colton. All right, Cindy, are you ready to try your luck?
I am. I'm hoping I can get a gold. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice size too.
So what did you think about your fish, Cindy?
This is the easiest fishing I've ever done. David's going to try his luck at this. Now this is the name. Oh goodness, I don't even have time to tell you what he's about. He's caught a fish already.
Junior Bryant, not only do I catch fish in Virginia, I come down to Tennessee and catch fish. Woo! And you notice they had picnic tables outside, so after you catch your fish and they cook them for you, you can come right out here and enjoy your meal. This is a location for the gem mining. You dump your buckets of stuff right into these little wooden trays, and then water will run through it.
We're just sitting here waiting for our fish to be cooked. Their motto is, you hook 'em, we cook 'em. Pretty good motto. Can't get any fresher than this. I know it's going to be delicious, and it was so much fun feeding the fish and catching the fish.
And the thing I like about it, you catch them, you don't have to clean them, you don't have to cook them. All you have to do is just eat them. That's my kind of fishing.
And I think we can handle that.
We got here at the perfect time because this place has really gotten busy now. You just look at the people in line to do some trout fishing. Right here's the menu. This shows the trout dinner served with 2 sides and hush puppies. It's available fried, lemon peppered, or blackened. The trout dinner is $24.99. Here, look at the sides they have. They have options for kids. Appetizers are available. They have other platters, and then also here's the drinks. Also, they have an area inside that you can come in here and sit if it's too hot outside for you. They have tables available, and it's fixed up very nicely inside. I love the old signs on the wall. Okay, Carly, she got the macaroni and cheese and the French fries. And Henry, he got the trout with French fries.
You got it fried.
He got it fried. And Gentry, you got the trout. How did you get yours prepared? Blackened? You got the blackened with the macaroni and cheese and French fries. And Brent, you ordered the fried trout, macaroni cheese, applesauce. And it comes with hush puppies. Cindy and myself, we're gonna split ours. We got a half and half. We got half blackened, half lemon pepper, some fries, macaroni and cheese. Then we got a whole one fried, macaroni cheese, hush puppies, and some coleslaw. And Jennifer, she got the blackened with the green beans and the macaroni cheese. Everything does look good. Let's get started.
Right there is the blackened, and you can see it's very flaky. And I like the way it's seasoned. It's not too much. Sometimes when people put the seasoning for the blackened, it's too much spice on it. But this is perfectly spiced, perfectly seasoned.
Between the blackened and the lemon pepper, which one do you like better?
I'm not for sure yet, David. I will let you know later. They both are really good.
Now, my fried catfish, that is delicious. I mean, fried trout. I said catfish, but I meant trout. Well, here we are. We're in the cleaning room. This is where all the cleaning of the fish takes place at. And right here is this special board that Charlie designed.
Yeah, we just plop his head right down on there. We go down both sides of the backbone. Get right underneath these rib bones here. Both sides. Chop out the spine. Go for the head.
You make it look so easy.
I've done it for a while.
Wow, this has been so much fun at the English Mountain Trout Farm. All you fun seekers, you need to come out here and have a good time. I'm telling you, it's been a great time.
Yes, it's been a blast. You know, since we got here, we got to feed some fish, we got to catch some fish, we got to eat some fish, and we got to talk to the owner, Charlie, who bought this place. He's had it for 20 years now, and he told us a little bit about the history and just made you feel welcome when you got here. Just a super nice guy. It was enjoyable to talk to him. Also, we got to go behind the scenes and see where the fish were cleaned at. And I really do like that cutting board that he invented to put the trout on to clean them. It makes cleaning the trout a whole lot easier. And everything I had here today was good for my food. The trout was delicious. Out of the three, I think I like the fried, probably the lemon pepper, and then the blackened in that order. Hush puppies were delicious, and just highly recommend it to you. What about your food, Cindy? What did you think of your trout?
The trout was delicious, and I liked all three that I tried. I don't know, it would have to be between the blackened and the lemon pepper one. They were my two favorites. I like that better than the fried.
Now, how did you enjoy your experience, Carly?
My experience is very good, especially feeding the fish. And there is another type of fish in the pond. Can't debate either toy fish or catfish. There may be like both of them. I have no clue at this point because everyone tells me something different. So it's up to y'all to find out.
I think you saw some carp in the water too. That's what you were seeing. But
Carp.
folks, we hope y'all enjoyed this video today. We had every day is Saturday with us again today. And if y'all hadn't done so already, please go to that channel, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way y'all can keep up with all their videos. They are super family. We loved hanging out with them today, and we enjoy watching the videos, and I know you'll enjoy them too. So please give them some love. Go by, subscribe, tell them the Virginia Fun Seekers sent you. I know they'll be glad you did. And tell us about y'all's experience today, Brent. What did you think of your meal?
It was an absolute wonderful experience. The kids had a great time. Us adults had a great time. When it comes to the food, I was a big fan of the blackened fish. I thought that was really excellent. And another thing that really stood out to me was the applesauce. I believe it was house made because there were really large chunks of apples in there. So it was delicious.
And Jennifer, what did you think about your meal?
I thought it was so good. I agree. The blackened was my favorite as well. And the hush puppies, I really liked those also.
And Gentry, how about you, buddy?
I like how you can fish here and it's really peaceful here. You should definitely come here.
It's definitely fun for the children. And Henry, how about you, buddy? How did you enjoy your experience today?
It was good. I like petting the puppies. And they're nice. They're so fluffy. And I like the puppies.
Well, this is going to wrap it up from the English Mountain Trout Pond here and Grill right here in Sevierville, Tennessee. We hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead and close us out, Carly.
Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our latest and greatest videos. See you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good